it's such a privilege to be able to share this with each of you tonight. And there's so many other people who have offered words of success and support and wanting to be here, and we acknowledge them and we welcome Edie into the space. And we send our love, and as we know, we feel her smile. I will just share who Edie is to us, to HMI, something that's far more personal to each of us. Edie had the uncanny ability to transcend, to intersect and cross over with a gosh darn it, sometimes not the word she used, way that she could just connect to people, especially our young people. And so she would come into the space and we would all just dissolve. And we would just like be there with Edie. And every young person, every one of us, every adult, every staff and volunteer knew that we were in the presence of what our young people call icon and legend. And we're so incredibly grateful for that. I also want to just a brief shout out Drew. Drew is the orchestrator of the space, who donated his time, his energy, his efforts, who wrangled all of the artists that, if you haven't had a chance, you will be able to see the space. It is a space, I think, that gives every single person who walks through our door the clear message they matter. That when you walk to HMI and you come through the threshold, we value you and you deserve the best. And I think you've helped create that space of safety, love, comfort, and support. And I thank you for that. Really.
Such an opportunity to celebrate something big, and we came up with this idea of reflections and metamorphosis, and that's really where the actual mirror and the actual butterflies came from, and relating that to the experience that I think that you have when you reach out to an organization like this to say, all right, I need to become, I need to grow, I want to be in some way, and then the ability to really see yourself, and then through that be able to see Edie looking back saying, all right, you know, here's a star to reach for in some way, shape, or form. So that's really the heart and the core of the message.
I'll never forget when I was a brand new lieutenant governor. Did not know the city well. But my team, Jeff Lewis, who's standing behind me, said, you need to get to know HMI. And I found myself in this very room. It was set up a little differently. It was a conference table. And we brought in a good number of young people who had found really salvation walking through the doors here. And their stories touched me so deeply as a human being, that these kids were rejected from their families, many times out in the streets, didn't know where to turn, didn't understand their own bodies, their own selves sometimes, and they just needed an adult to give them a hug and tell them they're okay. And I walked out of here saying, you know what, this is the kind of place that I will support to my dying days, because this is what, to me, government and public service is all about. Just helping people and understanding that everybody's different, but they all have that need for human compassion and love, and you provide it here. And that is the legacy that they're going to understand if they didn't have the joy of knowing Edie in person. When they walk into that waiting room and have their opportunity to be trained for a job, or connected with a place of shelter, or get some counseling, they're going to sit there and see this amazing woman on the wall staring at them with this attitude. Look at the attitude, saying, you can do anything. And this, she will live on. Judith, she'll live on to be an inspiration for them, along with the saying Dr. Hall. So to all of you, you're doing God's work. You're taking care of people.
From learning about her and knowing what she has done for this community, it made me honestly very happy. And it actually motivated me to also do as well. Because most times with women, you're not really seen or shown the spotlight that we really advocate, go out with bold, extravagant. But she did that. She defied all the norms. So thank you, Edie, for just being yourself and being true. So now this person like me can do the same and follow the footsteps of your life. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
She had a nickname for her brother, which was Blackie. Blackie's room before he arrived home from whatever odd job he happened to be working at the time. Excuse my voice. Despite the good parts, there were miserable fables. Everyone seemed to go insane, die, or end up with a husband by the end. Still, I looked at these stories' existence as proof that there were larger worlds than the one in which I lived, and I wasn't alone. I remember reading a line in which a woman says something like, I'm in New York where I can kiss a woman. Where? I shouted out loud. The books were proof that community was possible, not just secret affairs that I could not share with anyone. I wanted more than just multiple lovers. I wanted a group of friends that I could have intellectual conversations with, people I could talk to about my own adventures.
Ira had the vision and the tenacity and put up with every single staff volunteer and some really present young people. No, Judith was fabulous. But and really managed everyone's opinion. And you did that with grace. And I know that wasn't always easy. But thank you for believing this could be. Thank you, Ira. Welcome to the Hetrick-Martin Visitor Center.
Will you recite the line that's written on the wall for us?
Sure, yes.
Because you made reference to it.
Thank you for that. Okay, I'll try and project. So when you have an opportunity to come in and see it, you will see the quote. I love that a lot of younger people now come out that would never have come out in the old days. Of course, they are born into a community already. They just have to discover it.